Okay, this is a how-to video on how to fix Chilisleep, which has got the flooding problem. So what happens is when the unit turns off, the water comes back to the Chilisleep and floods out of the reservoir. So it's a pretty simple fix, but the warranty team at Chilisleep won't reply to any emails, so I decided to break into it and have a look, see if I could fix it myself. So yeah, here's a quick how-to. So first take the reservoir out, make sure it's empty obviously, and drain the water out of the unit. To get into the unit there's a bunch of screws on the back. So the only tools you're going to need is like a Phillips screwdriver, 4 cable ties, some side cutters, and a replacement check valve, which is this little beast here. I'll give you a link for it on AliExpress, they're about $2. Okay, so open it up. Just take these screws out. There's one extra little screw just down in here. Make sure you get that one out. Okay, just get this screw out. And that one. Okay, just take the little filter thingy out. Okay, so the top half comes away from the bottom half. There is a little plug inside, so just be careful when you lift this up. You kind of need to jiggle it a bit to get it up, and then you can get your hand in here and you'll see there's a plug which goes onto the circuit board. It just pulls off. It's got a little clasp on the back, so you just give it a squeeze, pull it, then this whole lid will just come off. Easy. Okay, so inside what we have is, it's a 2-pump system. So just looking here, here's our reservoir. This little thing here is like a hydraulic separator. So here's the flow and return which goes to the bed. This is the primary pump which does the circulation, so it's a circulation pump. So this is the suction side here, then delivery side comes through into this heat exchanger and then comes out of the heat exchanger and goes off to the bed. They've got quite a trick little system of making sure this reservoir doesn't overfill. It's very simple, really. You've got a secondary pump. So this is like this is your filling pump. And the problem with this unit is it's got a little check valve underneath here, which looks like that. Real simple, just a one-way valve. And the bottom of the reservoir here, there's a little check valve which just sits in here. So what happens is when there's higher pressure, because the mattress is higher than what this unit is, the water can back pressure and then come back and then flood out of here. So the way this thing, what this check valve is supposed to do is, when the system is off, it just prevents the water from coming back and flooding in here. So we need to just get underneath here. There's 3 screws which hold this reservoir in. One of them's right at the back here, so you need like a nice long screwdriver. If you just stick that down in there, you can see got one screw there. And then these other ones just at the front here. Another one here. Okay. So if you just grab this thing and you just pull it this way, it should just slide out. It's quite good to, this pump's got like a bush bearing on it. So if you just hold that so you don't overstress the bearing, and then it just comes away like that. So now when you, oops, this here's just popped off. Push that back on. So now if we get this out of the way, you can actually see here's the little culprit here, this little bad boy. So the way this check valve works, it's just a one-way valve. So it allows, when this pump comes on, this is the suction, this is the discharge. It can pull water out of the reservoir and into this hydraulic separator, which then the other pump will pick up and send up to the bed. So when this check valve fails, it allows the higher pressure to come back and flood this unit here. So what we need to do is pull this off. Let's get that screw out of there for later. Okay, so it's just a very simple little arrangement like this. Boom, 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 boom. So the flow direction is this way and the check valve direction is that way, so it prevents flow from coming this way. So we just need to snip these little things off. Just make sure you don't damage that silicone pipe. There we go. Okay, so now we can take that off there. And we'll load this onto our new check valve there. If you do one side at a time, I'm not sure if these are different lengths. No, they're the same length, so it doesn't matter. But here we go. Okay, so that's the old one. And the old one's got like a clearish plastic here, where the new ones I got from AliExpress are white plastic. So I don't know if it's a different manufacturer. It's got a little directional arrow here, as per this one does. So just chuck that back on there. Okay, grab cable tie, just go on the other side of the barb. Go on there, and this one here. Snip those off. They don't have to be super tight. I don't think it's going anywhere. It's kind of captive when it's loaded in there anyway. Okay, so this is our new check valve. So it allows flow in this direction. There should be a little arrow on it here. Yeah, there's a little arrow there. I'm not sure if you can see that. So yeah, flow goes this way from white to black. So that means the water can come out of the reservoir, but not back into the reservoir. Okay, so now we just need to reassemble. So if you have a look underneath here, this is this spigot. You can, I think it's hardest to get on this one. This one's actually got a bigger tail on it. And that's got quite a nice round edge where that's quite square. So maybe do this one first. And it just takes a little bit of jiggling to get this thing to go on. Come on, baby. There we go. Okay, so I'll just load that up. I'll just cable tie that while we've got this kind of loose. There we go. Okie, and one more cable tie, and we'll just connect this back onto here. Okay, load that right up. Hard to do this when you're blind, but there we go. Okay. Like I say, I don't think these things need to be super tight. It's not going anywhere. Snip that off. Okay, so now we just need to reassemble. So if we just put this back together like so. down. This one here. Okay, so we've got the 3 screws in the reservoir. Okay, that's good. Put the lid back on. Don't forget to do the cable. It's easier if we flip this around this way. So this is the plug that the control panel connects onto. There's only one plug it can go onto, so you can't really get that too wrong. Okay, so if you just snap that back on, and then you can just jiggle this back into position, just like so. Okay, now we can just flip it over. Redo these screws. No need to do them too tight, it's just going into plastic, so you don't want to strip them out. I'll put the link where I bought these check valves from. I bought 3 or 4, so I've got some spares. It's just from AliExpress, and I think they're $1.50 each or something US. So yeah, not at all expensive to fix a $1,000 unit. Hopefully the check valve, which is slightly different, lasts a bit longer than the first one. The first one for me only lasted about 6 months. Okay, so now we're all back together. Just put the filter back in. And reservoir back in. Finished. Okay, so we should be ready for comfortable nights. Enjoy. If you've got any questions, just drop me a line in the comments. Thanks, team.